Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be filming me trying new yarns that I personally have never tried. First, I'm going to be trying the new Big Twist Posh that came out, and then second, I'm going to be trying Bernant Pipsqueak. Because for some reason, I didn't know Bernant Pipsqueak existed when it was literally next to the Bernat baby blanket that I always buy. And I went and I was like, I've never seen this before, but I've seen so many people using it, but I've never found it, and it was literally in front of my face the entire time. So I got some colors in Big Twist Posh that I'm going to try out, and I got a ball of Bernant Pipsqueak that I'm going to try out. And if you guys are new here, hi, I'm Haley, and I crochet, and I have an online Etsy shop. And you guys should definitely go ahead and follow me over on TikTok and Instagram. I am most active on TikTok, where I do TikTok live, and then I also have Instagram, and obviously here you guys are on YouTube. But let's get into it. I think I'm gonna try out the Big Twist Posh first, just because I'm most excited for that. I've heard a lot of things about it, so I want to test it out for myself and see if I like it. Here are the colors I'm gonna be working with. These three are obviously Big Twist Posh, and then this is Bernat Pipsqueak. So I got this like light, very like pale pink, and this one is called Strawberry Shortcake. Then I got this pretty brown, and this one is called Butter Brown. And then I got this super pretty, like almost like emerald green, but like a little bit lighter, and this is Bok Choy. So those are the three big Twist Posh. And then I got Bernat Pipsqueak in white. This was literally the only one they had left. They only had white left, so I got white. So as soon as I saw these two colors, I was like, I need to make a mallard. But hear me out. When I went, it was later after this yarn already came out, so they didn't have many colors left. I went with these colors because they were like the best options in my opinion that I saw. So I have these two that I got because I saw them. I was like, mallard, like instantly I thought mallard. So I have some bee yarn that is like similar in size to this one that I'm just gonna use. So, and also the pattern mainly uses white and brown, so I think it'll look fine overall. But here is the yellow and the white. It's similar in size, and majority of the duck is brown and green, so I don't think it'll affect that too much. So I'm going to make a mallard with this. I'm still deciding on what to make with the pink, but we'll see. And then with the Bernat Pipsqueak, I want to make a furry little white kitten. So I think that's the plan. So let's get into making the mallard. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the mallard. I'm going to give you guys some little info about Big Twist Posh first. So it's 233 yards. 7.05 ounces. Then it is a size 5 bulky. And then here's what gets me a little bit. It says an 8mm hook, which is a size L. And that's what I use for a Bernat blanket, which is probably double the thickness of this yarn. So just because I don't want gaps, and I definitely think an 8 is way too big, I'm going to go ahead and use a 5, which is an H. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off this mallard, and I'm also wearing black just to test shedding. I've heard people who have tried this yarn, I've heard that this like yarn feels like a combination between Bernat blanket and like chenille yarns, which I definitely have to agree with. It's definitely super smooth, but like not on the rougher size, but it definitely feels like a fuzzier, fluffier like Bernat blanket. Because if you guys like know me, I love Bernat blanket. It's my favorite type of yarn, and it definitely feels like it, just like, but like extra like buttery smooth. Like it kind of reminds me more of Bernat baby blanket and like the varied colored versions of it, the ones that come with like multiple colors. It feels just like that. So to me, it feels just like Bernat baby blanket, but it's super buttery smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It definitely feels so nice to crochet with. Let's do a quick little, let's see if anything comes off. No. So yeah, I'm wearing black because obviously everything can be seen on black, and as of like nothing is coming off. So Bernat blanket is the yarn that I like to use, and it doesn't really shed much. I've also started using a lot of Sweet Snuggles, but Sweet Snuggles sheds like crazy. But this one feels super soft like Sweet Snuggles, but like it definitely feels like a combination between Bernat blanket and like a velvet yarn. So I really like this texture. My like hook is like gliding through this. Like it's gliding. It feels really nice on my hands. And because Bernat blanket is definitely a rougher yarn, so when I use a smaller hook size, it does hurt my hands more. But this one, my hands, not hurting. It's literally going through like butter. That's like the best way I can explain it, honestly. So, I'll put the name of the pattern on the screen, and I'll definitely link it down below if you guys want to check out this Mallard duck pattern. I'm loving this. Like, when I went to Joann's, they had very limited colors left of Big Twist Posh. Like, they had a lot of the bright ones. They had, like, 15 skeins of, like, the bright pink and, like, the bright, like, coral orange. And then they had blues. And then these. So I decided to get these ones, obviously, because they reminded me of a mallard, and the blues were pretty, but I don't know what I would have made with the blues. But I feel like the blues are definitely good if you were to like make stitch though. So definitely, I'm definitely really liking this yarn, so definitely gonna have to pick up more colors when they get restocked. But let me show you guys, let me show you guys so far. Hopefully that's in focus, but that's what it's looking like. I'm actually really liking this. And you know what? Now that I'm using a 5, I think I could definitely size up my hook a little bit more. But just to play it safe, I'm going to just try out with a 5. And then maybe I make another one and try it with slightly bigger size. 4, 5, 6. Okay, 3 rounds. But also, I love this pattern. I've only made one other mallard with this pattern. But actually, making mallards are actually super simple. I just haven't made a lot of them just because I like Bernat blanket, and Bernat blanket, unfortunately, it's really hard to find brown in Bernat blanket. It's super freaking difficult. Like they have like a lot of tans and like light, like super light tanny, like almond browns and stuff. But like tan, like light tan, like sandy tan. But they don't have any like rich browns like this, or like darker browns than that. It's so hard to find. Like I've only been able to find like deep, like nice darker shades of brown and like the Bernat like BOGO that Joann sells, but they never have those in stock anyways. So I currently don't have any brown in stock, which is why I haven't made more mallards. And I just prefer Bernat blanket. I know like Parfait Chunky, and I know Sweet Snuggles, I think they have like browns, but I am just a Bernat blanket girly, so I just haven't made mallards. But this yarn, I'm loving it, and these are the perfect colors for a mallard. So once I find the white and the yellow, I'm definitely gonna start making a lot more mallards. So I'll be back. I'm gonna do this, and then I'll be back most likely when I color change to white. Okay, here is the green section done. This guy's gonna be like so tiny. But now I have to go ahead and color change to white. Let me just count my rows just to make sure. Okay. So for the white, I was not able to find Big Posh in white, so I'm going to use this velvet yarn, which is very similar. I cannot even find. Hello? Where's the start of this yarn? Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. There it is. So, yeah, they're roughly the same size. So, I think it'll look fine. But I'm definitely really liking Big Posh though. It's just that I also don't like working with like smaller yarns, so like that's like the only thing I would say, because I don't like working with smaller yarns. But I definitely don't mind it at all. Like I would make that adjustment to work with Big Posh. Oh my god, I'm just loving how smooth. Like I use Sweet Snuggles, but I feel like my hook doesn't go through Sweet Snuggles this smooth. So that's definitely a bonus that I really like. Oh my god, I'm like oops. Okay. There. So. Okay, now I'll have to color change to brown. And this one, I already mentioned the names, but this one, again, the green is bok choy, and the brown is called butter brown. Okay. Guys, and there's no center pull. It just like unravels from that outer pull. So, time to color change to brown. I'm loving this yarn. Oh my god. Okay. You see, it wasn't even that much white, so I think it'll be fine. So I gotta chain 7 and then do the wing. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Oh my god, that's so nice, even to do slip stitches. Oh, that's so nice. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to chain 4 for the wing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. I love this. Like, imagine if they come out with big, like, Twist Posh, but, like, extra, like, XL. Kind of like how there's, like, Parfait Chunky XL. I would be in love. There's I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's the little wing. 2, 3, ooh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I'm going to show you how all of the colors look together. This green is honestly such a pretty color. Now that I'm looking like all the colors together, this green is actually so freaking like pretty. Like, let me look how pretty it's looking. Look at him. Hopefully that's in focus. But the colors look so incredibly good together. Oh my god. I'm loving this green. This green is the actual prettiest green ever. God, I also feel like Bernat Blanket like kind of also struggles in like the green department, especially with like light greens Bernat blanket doesn't really have, but like Bernat blanket I feel like also doesn't have a green like this either, that at least not in my Joann's. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I gotta do 4 rounds of brown now. So I'll check back in when we're almost done with the brown. Okay, there is the Mallard so far. So now all that's left is to do the feet and then put the eyes and then stuff and close. So almost done. These guys are so quick to do, honestly. Now I can make so many more of them now that I have the colors. But I'm also going to try sizing up my hook a little bit. But I definitely still think an 8 is definitely way too large. So maybe a 6, or I have a 5.75 also. Okay. And then I think I need a color change on this one. Oh no. Then you decrease. And color change. So the second yarn that I'm using is bee yarn. It's from Hobby Lobby, which I actually kind of like this one. This one is like a velvet yarn. Definitely very different than Sweet Snuggles though. This one also, in at least some colors, it's like minimal like shedding. But I still have no specks of green or brown, so no shedding, at least so far. Okay, so now I have to color change to yellow to do the bobble stitches. But I can't wait for my Joann's though to restock in Big Twist Posh. Because I think this is definitely a yarn that I'm going to be adding to my yarn collection. Where did the brown go? Okay, next up is a single crochet, then 2 decreases. A lot of you guys ask me for beginner friendly patterns. I definitely think a Mallard is super beginner friendly. And it also has you practice like slip stitches, color changes, and bobble stitches. So I would say it is more on the beginner friendly side. I I forgot a color change on this last one. So color change back to, guys, my yarn is getting like tangled in each other. But let's do the next bobble foot. And then I'm gonna stop and put the eyes and maybe do the beak before I close it. Thank you. And a color change back to brown. One decrease. I literally read that wrong. Okay. And then do one, then decrease. I was like, wait, my stitches don't add up there, but they did, guys. Look at him. He looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, cut this. I'm gonna go tie up all my yarn in here. Gonna put eyes, and then gotta do the beak. Hopefully my camera battery is really low, so hopefully it does not die. Okay, let's see where do we put the eyes and what round? Eyes between round 5 and 6. Let's see what size eyes I get. I think these are 14. I'm gonna use these. These look good. You guys always in my lives always ask me what's in these little colorful drawers. My safety eyes. Or in those drawers behind me. So let's see, eyes between rounds 5 and 6, 5 to 6 stitches apart. Okay, let's see. Guys, this is the yellow, not Big Posh, that's shedding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my camera battery died, but I'm back now. So here is the finished mallard, and this is with my 5mm hook and big Twist Posh. And then I went ahead and sized up the hook, and this is a 6.5. So there's the size comparison between them. And I love the colors. I think they came out so cute. Definitely, this is going to be my go-to yarn for making mallards. Literally, I experienced zero shedding. The hook was going through the yarn so flawlessly. And the colors are just so pretty and bright. Honestly, no complaints. No complaints whatsoever. I did try to go to the recommended size, which was an 8mm, but it was just major gapping that I was like, I won't. So I went up to a 6.5, which definitely still worked out for the mallard. So if you guys want to see them up close, there they are. And so I can show you guys like the size comparison. There's the top, that's them side by side. This is the 5, and then this is the 6.5, and then the side comparison, so that you guys can see them up close. But this is him up close. This is how the yarn came out looking, and there's our little mallard and his friend. So now I'm gonna go ahead and make a white kitten with the furry Bernant Pipsqueak. So let me give you guys the little stats on this one. So this is 101 yards. It's 3.5 ounces. It is a number 5 bulky, recommended hook is a 5.5. I wonder why the recommended hooks are different. I'm just double checking, making sure I didn't read it wrong. No, this one says an 8. This one says a 5.5, which is more reasonable. Guys, I don't see a center pull. Wait. Actually, did I find it? I think this is the center pull. Oh, that whole glob just came out. But here, oh my god, here is how this one looks up close. Hopefully the camera focuses, but it's just super fuzzy. And I'm gonna make a cat. I'll put the pattern on the screen and also link it down below. But yeah, the mallards, and I'm gonna go ahead and work on the cat. I don't think I have a 5.5. I have a 5.75. Actually, I do have a 5.5. It's a little plastic one though. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. It's plastic. I don't really use plastic hooks, but I recently got this one. So this is gonna be such a nightmare. I've heard so many people talking about how fuzz yarn is so difficult to see, and it definitely is. Oh my. I'm gonna see if I'm even able to, because like, how are you even supposed to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see the stitches slightly, but it's so furry that you really can't see much. This might take me a long time to finish this. Ooh. Yeah, so right off the bat, definitely probably not gonna be I can't even find the first stitch. I'm only going through one loop. This is actually a nightmare. But oh my. You know what? I can't really see if I'm even like working into, I can feel that I'm working into the stitches, just because like when you crochet for a while you can just feel and know you're going into the stitches, but all I can do is feel. I can't really see. But because guys, look at what you're working into. It's literally pure fuzz. So I'm nervous. I'm so nervous to get this done. Oh my. Let's see if I even went into all the stitches. Let me count them in this row. Let's see. So this is a 1 increase round. So let's see. 1. Oh geez. I don't know if this is the right stitch or not. Okay, 1. My yarn is stuck. Okay, there you go. So that was once. Guys, my stitches are just not working out. And it's so difficult to see. So I'm really just gonna have to practice with this yarn because it's not easy. It's definitely very challenging, but yeah, so that's how far as I got into the pattern, and my stitches are just not lining up. Hopefully the camera is in focus, but that's what it looks like. It's so pretty, but so difficult to work in. I think I might layer it with Bernat blanket just so that I can finish a project with it. This yarn is definitely going to test your patience, and definitely need to practice with this type of yarn because it's like tangled, it's like knotted there, but it's pretty stiff. That's like a lot of power to break. And also I wanted to mention about the Big Posh that yeah, it is like a softer yarn, but it doesn't break easily. Like if you guys tried Sweet Snuggles, you guys know Sweet Snuggles snaps like a piece of paper. Like it literally can rip like a piece of paper. But it's like you need to put, I'm gonna put like all my muscle into breaking this strip, but oh, if I can get a grip. It definitely, and while I was pulling it, you guys saw I was tugging on it, and that's when pieces actually came off. If you're literally just trying to rip apart the yarn. But other than that, I did not experience any shedding. So this yarn is definitely very sturdy. And so is Bernant Pipsqueak. It's actually like pretty sturdy in there also. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try this out with mixing it with Bernat blanket, and then I'm gonna change my hook to size 8 and see how that works up, and maybe I can make the cat. If not, we'll see what I end up doing, but definitely very hard to work with. Okay, so I'm finally done working with the Bernant Pipsqueak. Let me show you guys what I did, because the Pipsqueak was so difficult to work with. I just lined it with some white Bernat blanket like that, and I just took my hook, I used an 8mm hook, and I just crocheted them together. And oh my god, it looks so funny, it's like flat, but I made a little kitten. So hopefully the camera focuses, but it's definitely, you can't even tell. Like it looks all like fluff. And there it is up close with the little whiskers, and it has a little red bow. But there's the cat. I really love this, especially for cats, because obviously cats are furry. And I think it came out so good. And then for the nose, I actually used some of the Big Twist Posh in the strawberry shortcake, and I actually used that for the nose. So these are my final pieces. So this is the kitten, and it's a mixture of the Bernat Pipsqueak and regular Bernat baby in white. And then let me hold it here, and then here are my 2 mallards that I made earlier. And well, I guess that brings us to the end of today's video. So my thoughts on Big Twist Posh, really liked. We'll definitely be purchasing all of the colors, hopefully in the future. It was super nice. I just don't like it's on the smaller side, but I honestly don't mind it for small things like this. Works out perfectly. I love how the hook glides through it. It's amazing. Super soft. They have a variety of colors. I'm pretty sure they came out with a total of 15 colors. No shedding. I experienced little to no shedding, and the colors just look amazing. So I can't wait until my Joann's restock so I can get all the different colors so I can make a lot more creations. And then next up on the Bernat like baby Pipsqueak. On its own is very difficult to work with. When you mix it with another yarn, on the other hand, it's a little bit easier to work with, even though like mixing them both together, it is a lot rougher and a little bit harder to crochet with, but the product came out absolutely amazing. And you know what? I would definitely recommend trying both of these out. Definitely if you want your projects to have a little bit of fluff to them, would definitely recommend it. And then Big Twist Posh, if you're looking for a yarn that's smaller than Bernat blanket but still feels like kind of Bernat blanket but also feels like a chenille or like a velvet yarn, Big Twist Posh is the perfect in-between. Because it's like Bernat Blanket, kind of feels like it. Kind of also feels like the velvet yarns, but there's no shedding. So it's honestly the best of both worlds. And that was honestly my review on these two yarns. I would definitely buy this one again. This one, on the other hand, probably not really, because they also don't have a lot of colors available in Pipsqueak. Like my Joann's at least only has 4 available colors. But if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, and comment down below future videos that you guys are interested in seeing. And thank you guys for watching. Bye everyone.